Spareful Hand is a skill which not only lets you store moochable fish in your pocket, and no, really, you put it in your pocket, but also lets you use that fish as a selectable bait in the form of Swimbait. And Swimbait, let me tell you, lets you do some wild things. We're going to look at how you can store fish with Spareful Hand, look at where Spareful Hand is useful, and how you can use it and Swimbait to break some rules. Spareful Hand allows you to store large-sized fish which can be used later in your fishing session. Simply catch a large-sized fish and use the Spareful Hand ability to store that fish. As a quick side note, large-sized fish are defined as a fish which is bigger than normal for their species, not fish which are just really big. When you catch a fish which is large size, a yellow fish icon appears next to the words large. Now you can occasionally catch a large size fish without using any skills, but that's not very reliable. Instead, you can use abilities like Prize Catch, Patience, and Patience 2 to either greatly increase the chance of a large size fish or to guarantee it. This allows you to more reliably use Spareful Hand and store a Swimbait. You can store up to 3 fish as Swimbait. They do not all need to be the same species of fish too. They can even be big fish. You can mix and match as needed for the situation. However, should you ever put your rod away or otherwise stop fishing while you have Swimbait, the Swimbait is removed. You cannot carry Swimbait between fishing holes. Using Swimbait is easy and straightforward, and it works just like normal bait. When you want to cast a stored fish as Swimbait, simply select the fish in your bait and tackle window under Swimbait. Once you have a Swimbait selected, you can cast a Swimbait out just like any other bait using cast. This is very handy when going for fish which are caught with a mooch, as you can show up early, catch some moochable fish ahead of time, and then use them all at once when the window opens. Spareful Hand and Swimbait do have some limitations, but also some interesting additional functionality. Starting with the limitations, if Surface Slap or Identical Cast buff is active, you cannot use Spareful Hand or select Swimbait. Additionally, if you use Spareful Hand while all 3 Swimbait slots are used, then the Swimbait on the farthest left will be removed with the latest catch. This is the only time the order of Swimbait in the bait and tackle window actually matters. If you ever want to get rid of a fish you have stored as Swimbait, simply select it, cast out, use rest, and then it will be removed. Once you cast out with Swimbait, it will be removed from storage regardless of if a fish bites or not. While there are these limitations, there are also some strong features as well. Before you cast Swimbait, you can use skills that would normally break mooching opportunities. If you read some skill descriptions, you'll see that some say cancel current mooching opportunities. This means that while Mooch or Mooch 2 could be used, if you use these skills like Patience 2 or Chum and many others, then you'll lose the ability to actually mooch. But if you store a fish with Swimbait, you can use all of those skills and still use the Swimbait to mooch. This lets you continue and maintain mooch chains and mooch loops without needing Makeshift Bait, and allows you to use skills like Prize Catch and big game fishing. Overall, Spareful Hand is a great ability for when you find yourself in need of a lot of mooching. With a lot of versatility, you will find it useful in a ton of situations. Arrive early to a fishing hole and prepare mooches ahead of when a fish is going to be catchable, or just store mooches to use with other skills to maintain mooch chains. This ability has a lot of potential and is a staple skill for any angler.